Where are the events from Apology Tour heading towards? Hello everyone and welcome back to the Animation Era, the series where I discuss certain topics such as gaming, film, or religion. Today's subject is where Stolitz is heading for the future episodes, and if it could come to an end, and this end of this whole era for the past 2 seasons. By the time you guys are seeing this video, we've gotten 3 separate shorts in between episodes from October all the way from July. So we got 1 short in July, we got another one in August, and then we're gonna get another one in September, because by the time I'm recording, Mission Weeaboo recently released, but I have not seen the 3rd short, which I guarantee doesn't have any aspect to what this video could be about. Now, before we start this video, I will say a couple of things. I encourage you guys to watch the Season 2.5 or the second half of Season 2 trailer, and then also watch Full Moon and Apology Tour, because if you do not watch Full Moon and Apology Tour, this video will not make sense to you. Now, I am recording this episode, like I said, in September, but this episode will come out in October, so we would already have 3 shorts. I have not seen the 3rd short, though, at the time of recording, and this month, later this month, the new Ghostfuckers episode will come out, which I guarantee won't have any aspect to the Stolitz story. It might just be considered a filler episode, like Unhappy Campers. Although the Ghostfuckers episode won't have a lot of character development for Blitz and Stolitz, it will have what it looks like a bunch of character development for Blitz and Millie, which I'm really excited for because we have not actually seen how Blitz and Millie met. We've seen how Blitz and Moxie met in X's and Oo's, but we have not seen Blitz and Millie, so this is going to be a really cool episode for their development. Not only that, we might get a small glimpse of where the cherubs are at in this episode, because we have not seen them since Full Moon, which is where we saw them with the Dorks agents, but we did not see them in Apologies Tour whatsoever, except for that one 5-second segment where Blitz is giving them an apology basically while he's on his apology tour. Now, I think the cherubs will come out in Mastermind, which might be a smart idea, and Stolitz might save Blitz in that section, and I think that would be really cool to see, considering in Truth Seekers where Stolitz saved Blitz, but that was way before any of this, like, trauma kind of happened, so that would be interesting to see. Now, in the trailer, we obviously saw the new character Vago. Vago is one of the members of the Ars Goetia, and we saw Vago talking to Andreophus, which we know by this story that Stolitz's ex-wife Stella and Andreophus are siblings, and they both hate with a passion Stolitz. So I'm not sure if Vago would either team up with Andreophus or team up with Stolitz. Lucy Pop on her Twitter did say that Vago was a good character. Now, that doesn't really necessarily mean that he's a good character in the sense that he's on our side. He could mean in the good character sense that he could be an overarching character that could appear in Season 3 or Season 4, for that example. Now, also, by the time of recording, around 2 days ago, we got images of Viv and Harvey, who is the voice actor of Vago, in the studio on Instagram, which is really interesting to me because that means they probably finished recording a while ago, but they wouldn't be showing these images if Vago did not make an appearance in the Ghostfuckers episode. And especially because it might be a filler episode, they might have a certain B plot which could be interesting to the overarching of Season 2. Kind of like how on Unhappy Campers, the B plot was Blitz trying to find his sister, which was more important than the main A plot of that episode, which might be the same for Ghostfuckers, but it also might be the fact that both plots might be interesting and cool to look forward to in Season 3. It also looks like we see this kind of fight scene with Blitz, Stolitz, and Andreophus, and that might be on Sinsmas, because it looks like Stolitz's palace has been turned into ice in that part of the trailer, and it's really interesting to see. The only part in the trailer that we see Blitz and Stolitz together that we have not seen in Apology Tour or Full Moon is the part where Blitz and Stolitz are right next to each other and it looks like a giant shadow is right over them. The only part where they're together, and we have not seen the Apology Tour or Full Moon, which I think will be the last episode in Season 2. Now, every time I've had made these predictions, they have been completely incorrect to what I was expecting to see. Now, I thought some of the voice lines that we saw in the trailer before Full Moon dropped, I thought some of the voice lines weren't gonna be in Full Moon, but I was wrong. Same with the fights with the cherubs that Moxie, Lily, and Luna had. I wasn't expecting that to be in Full Moon. Obviously, whenever we see these trailers, especially like season 1 and season 2, and now the second half of season 2, it's the prediction for it is never what the reality is for it, which I find very interesting. Also, like we've seen in the trailer, Octavia might be coming up soon in a future episode. Now, it could be next episode, but I have a feeling Octavia is going to show up in Cinemas. Now, that is a wild guess, and like I said, most predictions aren't correct, especially with mine, but I think Cinemas might be the best option because either a character might die or we might get a certain ending that we either might like or we might hate. I also think the cherubs fight on Mastermind might be interesting because I don't know any other episode where it would make sense. Ghostbreakers seems like not an interesting part to put it, and Cinemas doesn't seem like you could probably fit it anywhere. It could be Cinemas, like it kind of makes sense if they fit it in there. We also do see Mammon in the trailer as well, which is interesting because we have no idea when he is going to show up. I think for the end of season 2, it could either go the way we want it to go, or it could go downhill extremely fast. Now, the fact that Stolitz could die is very crazy and a bit too far of a theory to have, but knowing Viv, it's not that crazy. My prediction for episode 8 of Murder Drones was gonna die, which obviously didn't end up being the case, but Liam Vickers has a very different writing style compared to Viv, so that Viv could have it so a main close character could die, and that character could even be, let's say, like the dorks or the cherubs, for example. Although they haven't been very close characters, they've been very important kind of side characters. And we could even have some other characters. Like, I've kind of made a prediction that Fizzaroli might die in season 3, which I don't think is a crazy prediction to come across, considering that we've seen Fizz, and Fizz is definitely a fan favorite. But if he died, I wouldn't exactly be that surprised. Also, considering that we see Satan in this trailer, which could be related to, you know, him saying "you're a disgrace," could be related to Fizz and Ozzy and their relationship. Or it could be related to Stolitz and Blitz. But yeah, if you guys have any theories on the next couple episodes and the end of season 2, write them in the comments. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, hit the like button, hit subscribe, and I'll see you guys next episode next month. Goodbye.